Welcome to another edition of Download Roundup, where we take a look at some of the latest and greatest download titles available on all your favorite download platforms. First one up is Joe Danger, the movie, the sequel to the excellent Joe Danger, which you've been playing.
Yeah, I absolutely adored the first game. It was pretty much everything I wanted from this kind of Excite Bike-inspired game, and just with tons of humor and character and pretty colors. And the sequel is more of the same, although they have tried to go even deeper into the whole movie theme. So this time around you will also be using skis, all kinds of vehicles.
Minecarts.
Yeah, minecarts, exactly, Indiana Jones. And the diversity in the levels are just so much bigger. And also it even seems like they have crammed like even more content into each individual level, so there will be even more achievements and everything. So it's one of the games that you can just look at a small movie, like 10 seconds of the game, and you know exactly how it is to play, how fun it is to play, and it just absolutely rocks. I mean, it's just a couple of guys precisely knowing what they're trying to achieve and achieving it. So that's Joe Danger. You have been playing on the PC.
Yes.
Ghost Recon Online, right?
Yes. It's one of Ubisoft's many new forays into the free-to-play realm.
Free-to-play.
Free-to-play, yes. Which free-to-play has historically been sort of synonymous with low budgets and
I've been playing League of Legends for 3 years.
League of Legends is one of the games that's been turning that thing around.
Yeah.
Ghost Recon feels pretty much like any modern day shooter should. Has really sharp graphics, controls are just totally spot on, and the gameplay really works. It's a tactical shooter, meaning that you move slowly, you have to stay in cover pretty much all the time, and if you poke your head out too soon, you'll get your head blown off. Many of your deaths would be from guys who you never saw.
Yeah. In a frustrating way, or?
No, God damn it, I can't believe I did that again. So, yeah, like tactical shooter, only a handful of levels. They're adding more as they're going. But the levels feel like really well designed, most of them. There's lots of flanking opportunities, lots of ways to move around your opponent, get them from behind. 3 classes, each with their own sort of weird high-tech gadgets. Like one guy can deploy a shield, another guy has this heat-based effect that sort of prevents anybody from doing anything and is totally unpleasant. And then, of course, there's the in-game store where you buy guns for in-game currency. There's one thing about that. You have to buy grenades.
Okay.
Yeah.
And bullets?
No, bullets you get for free unless you're buying extra damaging bullets.
Of course.
But grenades you have to buy. You get lots of grenades and currencies for buying them thrown at you every time you level up, pretty much. But it still feels like an odd sort of choice.
And does it just like affect the balance of the game?
Not really, because grenades aren't that used that much. Maybe because people have to pay for them, but you can only carry like 3 grenades into battle total. So it's not like they have a big impact on rounds, and their range is kind of short. But still, it feels good. But other than that, I feel like this is a pretty damn solid shooter. It doesn't feel at all like something that they just rushed out, or feels like a discount product or whatever. Yeah. All the mechanics are totally there.
Okay. So going back to Xbox Live, Dust and Elysian Tale. And I have to admit, this is one of the games I've been waiting for years, just ever since I saw the first screenshots of it, because it is an astoundingly beautiful game. Made only in, or made just in 2D, but done by a professional animator. And it's pretty much a solo project. I mean, this guy has pretty much developed everything in the game, and it's clearly inspired by all the games he has loved, like Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, and everything. So it's this weird combination of a really cartoonish universe. I mean, it's straight out of a cartoon from the 90s with squeaky voices and everything, and kind of strange plot, but it just works, especially if you can remember all the cartoon from the 90s. And on top of that, it's just a really solid game. I mean, it's classic Metroidvania where you achieve abilities, go back to previous explored levels, unlock all kinds of secrets, and get more and more insane fighting skills. So I really, really liked it. In fact, it's one of the best games on Xbox Live this year by far. And also on Xbox Live,
is Mark of the Ninja, which is done by the guys who did Shank and Shank 2, which were, good games. But they also had a sort of feeling of unfulfilled potential.
Yes.
Whereas Mark of the Ninja seems to not so much have that.
And it's kind of strange because Shank, on paper at least, should be my kind of game. I mean, just, insane violence and combos and everything. Whereas this, Mark of the Ninja, is much more based on stealth, which normally isn't something for me. I mean, there have been a few games like the Batman series, of course, that has, done their own version of stealth. And that is also why Mark of the Ninja works, because it's doing its own sort of stealth. You really feel like a ninja, but more like a Daredevil-ish version of a ninja, because the stealth system is based around sound. So you will actually see how sound affects everything besides you, and you can just, really easily see how difficult it will be to sneak in an enemy. And of course, it's still done in this beautiful 2D animated world where
the clay really has a knack for gorgeous 2D graphics.
Yeah, and insanely violent 2D graphics. I mean, you cut the throat of countless of enemies and just, really feel like a ninja. It's a really cleverly put together game, and it just works so much better than the previous games.
So go get the demo of that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's it for this time. Check out a new round of downloadable games sometimes in the future.
Yeah.